interdisciplinary paradigm has to be used for the, let's say, understanding of ilmul umran. So there is a dynamic character of a social reality or social phenomenon. So sociology or ilmul umran attempts to get at the truth of the reality. So looks for subtle explanation of causes and origins of existing things and deep knowledge of the how and why of events. So what we look at, an event, an occurrence, something has happened. Then we look into the forces which may have produced that occurrence, the causes of that happening. That happening could be the rise of a nation or a fall of a nation, the existence of asabiya in the society or the decline of asabiya in the society. So why something has happened, why certain social realities emerge. So that is how we look at this sociology. So we can see the history of the dynasties. If we look at the history of dynasties, that provides evidence. Evidence for what? About their rise and fall. So we look into the manifestations, the zahir, and then also we look into the batin of those realities. Whatever we see, zahir, it has to be interpreted in a certain context. So thereby we try to go deep down into the forces which may have created that zahir. Means we have to interpret the observed phenomenon or observable. How do we interpret? So history of politics, डायनेस्टीज, एम्पायर्स, सोसाइटीज अगर देखें तो ये सारा का सारा जो है ये लाइफ इन टाइम है. लाइफ इन टाइम की बात करें तो वही है कि सोशल लाइफ की बात है या लाइफ ऑफ दोज सोसाइटीज है which has lived over a period of time, and we look into the dynamics of that. And when we look at the dynamics of that, we are looking into the process of change. A process of change में हम देखते हैं कि इब्न खल्दून ने तो कहा है कि there is a rise and fall of the nations. So societies move towards zenith, and from zenith then there is a decline of those nations. And अगर उमरान का लफ्ज़ को देखें तो उसमें भी आई एम रिपीटिंग दैट it means something doing with time. उमरान, उमर एक लफ्ज़ है. So human life is conceived as it actually is lived in its sociality and historicity. प्रेजेंटली क्या है और इसकी हिस्ट्री क्या है, दोनों ही उसमें चीज़ आ रही हैं. और ये दोनों चीज़ें जो हैं इसमें कोई ना कोई सिस्टम ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन होगा, कोई पॉलिटी होगा. तो इस तरह से ये तीनों फैक्टर्स जो हैं, सोशल लाइफ है, उसकी हिस्ट्री है, उसकी पॉलिटी है, दीज आर इंटरकनेक्टेड, इंटरट्वाइंड रादर, एक दूसरे के साथ लेट्स से जुड़े, ना सिर्फ जुड़े हुए हैं बल्कि ट्विस्टेड हैं. So the social characteristic of any entity preconditions any political situation as well as the institutions which are prevalent in that society. So following interdisciplinary approach is let's say rational, it's pragmatic, it's reasonable, as well as hermeneutic. Hermeneutic इसलिए कि it requires to interpret the manifestation of human action to its inner meaning. यानी वही है कि जो नज़र आ रहा है it has to be interpreted in its context. उसके जाएंगे कि एक चीज़ है, उसके different meanings हो सकते हैं. वो different meaning इसलिए हो सकते हैं उसको देखेंगे कि किस कॉन्टेक्स्ट में आप देख रहे हैं। माथे के ऊपर त्योड़ियां पड़ी हुई हैं, तो ये त्योड़ियां किस वजह से हैं? गुस्सा आ रहा है या कोई तकलीफ हो रही है या किसी और वजह से? वी हैव टू लुक इनटू इट्स बैकग्राउंड and only then we can make let's say interpretation of that. So moving from outer to inner is actually looking at the interpretation of the reality in its background. So sociology gets intertwined with other disciplines, and that is Ibn Khaldun's Umran, that is human life in time. That is, it is an interdisciplinary approach.